Alrighty, folks. Welcome everybody to Totally the Real Road Atlanta behind me, as I'm totally trackside at the totally real track with totally not a green screen here because my lighting is fucked. It's totally real. I'm totally really there, and I'm legitimately really excited for today. I hope you guys are as well. Today we are hosting the 10 hours of Road Atlanta with association with the Extra Life charity. If you guys don't know what the Extra Life charity is, I highly recommend you hit !donate. You go check them out. They all give money for a really good cause. Children's Miracle Research Network hospitals. It's actually something that has to do with me personally, as my sister was premature and spent most of her early life in children's hospital. So the more funding they can get, the more it helps really everyone involved with that. So please, if you guys are wanting to sub or do anything like that, please don't do that. Please give it all to the charity that we're hosting this event in association with, because it means a lot. But for the real reason we're here, it is the 10 hours of Road Atlanta. It's not Petite Le Mans. Not quite. Can't call it that. So it is just the TORA 10 hours of Road Atlanta. We've got two classes. We've got LMP2 and we've got GT. I think we're just calling it GT. I don't actually know what we're calling it for specific, but I'm going to be covering B Lobby today. All 10 stints. Not all 10 stints. All five stints. All 10 hours right here. So don't go anywhere all day unless you've got a race, in which case, don't be here. Be on the track. Excellent endurance race. It's time for the kids. Indeed, it is for the kids. As you can see, I'm totally really at Road Atlanta. You see, what I really wanted to do is have like some B-roll footage of me of like Forza trackside from like a stationary camera and like cars going by, but you know, it's Forza, and we don't have trackside cameras, and we can't do such nice things. Thank you for the follow there, CJ Dimes, as well as you, Vulcan. I saw you further up. How's it going? It's going pretty well. I'm excited for today. I hope you guys are as well. I wanted to go all out on this one, but things didn't quite work out that way. So unfortunately, you don't have like live track footage happening behind me, and I'm in like a sport jacket and everything, like a proper commentator. So, you know, would have been cool. Put a real video in the background. I tried. I looked for hours last night trying to find like something that would actually make sense. Like, you know, like a view from a commentary box or something, but it doesn't exist. I can't find it. But anyway, the lobby is assembling in the background. We are getting close to being ready to start here. Technically 7 minutes until we start. Also, hello there, Braden, Victor, Connor, Drift Potato, all you guys. I saw you as well, Anonymous. Glad to have all you guys back. Hope you're excited as I am, because I have a really good feeling about this one. Road Atlanta is actually a very personal track for me. I grew up not too far from it, about 2 hours from it. Never actually attended a race there somehow, even though Brazelton, I've driven by there so many times. I've actually visited the track about this time last year, but unfortunately it was closed when I went by there, so I couldn't actually get in and like take pictures or anything. Otherwise, I would have had my own pictures as the background and not just some random fan's photo as my background that I may or may not have the legal rights to use, but let's not worry about that. But another really reason that it's personal for me is that about 1 year ago, I'd say, I had my first Forza endurance race here at Road Atlanta. And of course, what better thing to have your first proper endurance race in than Formula 70s cars, right? Like, when you think of an endurance race at Road Atlanta, do you think of prototypes and GT cars? You got it all wrong. It's the Lotus, the McLaren 23, the Ferrari 312, you know, those cars during a 6-hour endurance race. Oh, but we are talking about that endurance race, Unku, because me, in my first start in an endurance race, I beat all of FVR in that. Multiple views, though. Ah, dang. Yeah, see, I was just hoping for like some stock, like from a single camera footage, but I don't know, maybe we'll look into it later on down the line. But all right, Unku. Yeah, you go do what you need to do, man. But yeah, about 1 year ago in October, I had my first endurance race here at Road Atlanta, and now 1 year on from now, here we are. Kitten is here too. I did see that. Thanks for always casting the races. Absolutely, man. I fully enjoy it. I was really hoping to run in this one, but it being a charity race, I decided that having the consistent broadcasting was more important than me doing like one or two stints or something like that. I want to give you guys uninterrupted coverage, lights to flag, of the 10 hours of Road Atlanta, and that's what you're going to get. Thank you for the follow, BDF. BDF, you weren't following me before? I'm hurt. Thank you for following as well, Cooten. I don't know what happened. Sure. I got you, man. I got you. Thank you very much, though. Thank you very much. So, 4 minutes left till 10 a.m. on the clock Eastern time. Getting close. 19 out of 24 in the lobby. Not sure actually how many we have in the lobby. There was talk about getting a spotter's guide, but I don't believe that actually materialized. Otherwise, I'd be showing you through all of the cars in B lobby, but it looks like we're going to have to do it in traditional Buck-Tide broadcast style, where we just kind of learn who's driving what as we go. Just playing fighting games right now. Nice. It looked all prototype and LSM GT drivers. All right, Barney. It's 17.7 in the Viper. Jeez, dude. Oh, man. But I guess we can run through the cars that we have here. This would also help if I had like a little slideshow of all the different cars that we're racing with. But within our lobby, from what I can see, for the prototypes, we are going to have the Porsche Penske RS Spyder from 2008. The Chevy Orica FML or FLM 09, which is really an LMPC car, but hey, doesn't matter. It's a prototype here. And then we have the Lola Mazda B0986. I believe that is all for our prototypes. We have a very large field of GT cars, not necessarily modern GT cars. This is really harkening back to the final days, around 2013, 2012 of the ALMS series. We've got the Chevy CR6, the SRT Dodge Viper, the original Flying Lizard Porsche GT3. Yo, that's actually a pretty cool emote train right there, making the full car. Speaking of BMWs, we also have the original BMW, or not the original, but the BMW M3 GT car, GT2, I believe. We also have the weird Jaguar XK that not really supposed to be showing the screen or not, but we just see your face. Yeah, I know. The lobby's still being prepared and everything, so I'm just kind of going through things a little bit beforehand before we jump right in. We still have 2 minutes until our technical start time, but I think we're still waiting for a few people to form up. Good emote. Not exactly sure who that is. Gridwalk. Yeah, totally. Yeah. This is as good as I can get for a grid, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll go ahead and switch over. As you can see, we have a little bit different of a layout than we would usually have for today's race. We have the Extra Life fundraiser bar in the bottom right, because that is definitely what this is about. If you have money to give for a great cause, I very much urge you to do so. It means a lot to everybody, both at TORA, for myself, and for all of the children it would be benefiting. So if you're feeling generous at any point, just hit !donate or click on one of the links that show up in chat first throughout time. Surprised you've never heard of Kuru HS? You'd be surprised how many streamers I just don't know about. Streamers or YouTubers I just don't know about. I'm very aloof. Like, sure, I'm part of like speedrunning communities and stuff, and I do a lot of streaming and stuff, but I just don't know anybody. I just kind of don't know anybody. Looks like we're getting ready to get started here, actually. Streamer and speedrunner. Well, here's the thing about Need for Speed, and don't crucify me, but I've never played a single Need for Speed except for the very first one, back on DOS PC. So, you know, I'm old. I'm sorry. Hey, there we go in chat right there. There is the link if you ever need to, or if you ever feel the urge to donate, click on that link right there, and please do so. All goes to a very good cause. You can see more about exactly where it goes on that page if you need to know more. None of it comes back to benefit me, which is completely okay. It all goes straight to the Children's Miracle Research Network hospitals. Last sip of coffee right there, getting ready to go. I'm in an old Impulse Racing R8, so don't worry about that. We'll go through and kind of look at what liveries we've got so far. Got a lot of Oricas, I've noticed. A lot of Oricas, a lot of Porsches. We've got Darkshire and what I assume is an SFM car of some sort. Not sure who this would be. Can't see the car. You know, another thing I wish we could do in Forza is like rotate around the car and see what's happening, but I can't. You know, why would we be able to do that? Dating along, streaming, Rick's in A lobby. Nice. Press spectate. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. And we are getting underway here with the 10 hours of Road Atlanta. Hope you all are ready for a day full of fun, and good luck to all competing. And strap in and get ready for what I'm assuming is going to be a great race today. Let's go, folks. Alright, I am ready to hit that stint timer. Dark, don't dive bomb. You know who you're talking to? Oh, I hear lots of crunching. I can't see it, but I hear crunching. There we go. Alrighty, let's get everything set up here. Alrighty, so starting on pole, we have the Swordfish Acura, driven by SFM Darkser. In second, we have AMS Turismo in the AMS, in typical AMS green and black fashion. The AMS number 86, Orica, followed by ART Distinct and the ART Lola. Looks like another Acura, it's not the Acura, another Orica behind them. The OTR car, number 808. In second, we have in fifth, we have ETR Torrens in what I'm assuming is an ETR number 81 Porsche. I believe that's the Porsche. Yeah, it is. Starting in seventh, we have the Team KMI Kmix. Okay, I thought they were going for a second. I was to say, that's a weird place to start the race. Kamikaze? Oh, okay. Well, then we have the Team Kamikaze Porsche, starting in seventh. And in seventh, rounding out our prototype field, we have the number 32 Lola, the Rogue Energy car driven by the Dirt Police. I think that was the last of our prototype field. Never mind, we have one more. Sorry. We have the RDE car, number 20. It is a Porsche. Now we're going back into our GT field. I'm not going to be able to get all the way through our GT field. Sitting on pole in GT, we have OTR Balatik in the Porsche, followed by AMS Beast Shadow in the AMS Jaguar. We'll run through our GT field in a second, but we're going to catch our start in Proto as they're going across the line. Looks like it's a pretty clean start. Looks like a little bit of weaving around, looking for people to get by. Very fast through turn one. Everybody's clean. Looks like Turismo's already challenging for the lead up there. Going to jump to that. We'll get back to GT in a moment, I swear. Looks like Darkster's actually pulled away a little bit. Looks like a pretty clean start for everybody. Not seeing anything issue related. It looks like there's already a gap forming between the top 3 and the rest of the field and Prototype. Not sure exactly how that happened, but there's definitely a distinct gap through there. What's going on in GT car? A lot of Corvettes. Looks like somebody going for an overtake right there. That's actually the, I believe that is the, it is the LSEM Viper, who I totally don't have a bias towards or anything. It's not like these are the guys that I'm, you know, rooting for or anything. I don't know why you would think that I'd be pulling for the Lightspeed Esports car. I mean, what? Me? A biased commentator? Nah. As he successfully defends a dive from CJ Dimes there. Looks like the 2 OTR cars running nose to tail in second. Beast Shadow's taking the lead in GT, starting from second. Biased commentator. Nah. I will not be giving them any, I won't be giving them any, special treatment. It looks like Turismo's been passed here by Stint. Bet this commentator hates LSEM. Oh, no. No C-Lobby? What? I thought we had a commentator for C-Lobby. No, we should have had a commentator for C-Lobby. It should be, A-Purush. Ooh, as, Turismo's getting very close and actually kind of taps him off a little bit. Turismo backs out of it. Nice thing to do there. Well, that definitely gave Darkster a little bit of a buffer. Gonna go back to GT as it looks all kinds of clogged up back here. Very close at the front. Again, B-Shadow taking a position off the start. The 2 OTR cars running second and third, followed by Vulcan for LSEM. We have CJ Dimes for the Team Wars Corvette. He's got a good run right here. Might be trying it up the inside at the chicane. He's got a really good run. He's going to be alongside. Deep into the braking zone. Looks like Vulcan might be able to just keep it a little bit ahead. They go too wide. No touch. Oh, never mind. Little touch, but hey, pretty close throughout. What's the charity? Just hit exclamation donate to get the charity. It is the Extra Life charity. Horizon Pepe Gas. Oh, that's... You see, now, why don't people put team names on the cars? How was I supposed to know that that's what the name of was? As it looks like Vulcan's now working on Striker here. Got a little bit wide, a little bit all over the road. What in the world? How did he pull that move off? He was all over the road and just managed to send it right on by. I'm not exactly sure how Vulcan made that work, but good on him. Vulcan moves up into third. Looks like Beast Shadow is being challenged for the lead by Bolitic. We've got a gaggle of prototypes. We're going to go bounce up there, see what's going on up here. As we see... Oh, no. I know that that's supposed to be kamikaze math, but the only thing I can read that as is quick maths. So I'm just going to call him quick maths, as he gets a great run through turn 1. Catches Dirt Police sleeping a little bit. Oh, but gets a little loose. He's going to avoid the tire barrier. He does avoid the tire barrier, but very dangerous spot to get loose there. That tire barrier will definitely find some people in tears throughout the course of today, I guarantee you. Looks like we've got a battle going on for all the way up to second. Her name from Hawaii. Hey, Tsunami. Welcome. As we have definitely a gaggle of prototypes here. Going to be looking at that battle in GT. Looks like Beast Shadows managed to open up the gap a little bit over Balitic. Vulcan a little bit further behind. It's pretty close in GT still. Actually, Vulcan is catching up to Balitic at a very quick rate. Never mind. PGG Ewok. We have an Ewok? Mr. Sunshine looks like he's working on Nishira, a bow tie. Good luck out there today, man. Starting earlier today with fact number 1. The first ever race was the 13th of September 1970, with the best drivers being Denny Holm, Peter Revson, And winner Tony Dean, Grand Marshal was Sir Stoney Moss. I did not know that. That's actually pretty damn cool. Alright, well, this battle spread out a little bit. They're just running nose to tail. Not really anything going. No Purish live. Oh, that's unfortunate. I know he was having issues figuring out what lobby he was supposed to be in. That's a shame. Greggles is working on drive. Looks like we've got actually a little bit of a battle going on between Yans and Sunshine and Nishira. I'm going to go back there. It was 1998 or 1999. It was 1998 with the infamous Porsche 911 GT1 backflip. Going down the back straightaway over the crest of the hill. Where's your boy CXR Vulcan? Vulcan's actually in third, challenging for second. Or at least he was. He looks like he's actually fallen back. No, he hasn't. He's still in third. Never mind, I just got my my gaps confused. And as you can see, the pace differential between the prototypes here and the GT cars is quite distinct, as we're only, what, like 10 minutes in? Okay, I need to move that down a little bit. But yeah, we're only about 10 minutes in here, and prototypes are already coming up towards the back of the GT cars. In another 2 or 3 laps, we should see the overlap. Maybe things will get interesting. There's chicane up until the mid-90s at the end of the back straight. Yep. There's definitely been a fair share of spectacular accidents at this track in the past. Ferrari 333 SPs getting completely destroyed. Porsche's doing backflips. BMW's doing backflips. As we see Beast Shadow, or that's Turismo, making a very early stop. I'm not sure if that was due to damage or what might have been the cause there. Maybe that's just a very early strategy call. I'm not quite sure. But definitely an interesting choice. As we see Quick Maths trying to overtake Dirt Police again. And yes, I am aware his name is not Quick Maths, but I think of that. 2 + 2 - 1 is 3 Quick Maths. So you know. Share the stream in a lot of places, so hopefully there's more people. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely get the word out. It's supposed to be said Matt. What? But it's math. What? Well, it looks like we've got a battle for second between Vulcan and Balatic. We're gonna bounce back to that, and we see that Vulcan has actually taken second. Got a little bit on the grass, though. Not a great run. Vulcan is in second right now. Victor, he's been on a charge. Oh, as Balatic gets it loose, slides it, manages to keep the car under control, but loses a lot of time. Vulcan's up to second. Looks like he's already trying to find his way up into first. Switched just when I asked. Yep. Looks like further back, we've got a battle between Yanzin and Sunshine. Did I hear French? You did. Gonna bounce to this. What's going on back here? Another Viper. The RDE Viper. Looks like he's got quite a pack in front of him. Pack of Porsches. Looks like he's trying to get himself through. And as I said before, there's a snowman driving that car. That's not what I said before, but I just realized that's kind of wild. But here is the field overlay like we thought. So I was right. The prototypes are very much quicker than the GT cars around here, and we already have the field overlap happening. So, going through traffic management going to be a huge factor around here at Road Atlanta. It always is. It's a wide enough track, but still overtaking can be tricky, especially when the prototypes are this much faster. So, you can see some hairy moments around here. I think back to the real life, the ending of the 1999 or maybe it was the 2000 Petit Le Mans, where at the final moments of the race, Corvettes and Vipers, the Viper was leading. Viper got caught up on a BMW in the GT class. Viper shot by, or Corvette shot by, got the overtake, and got the win at the very last possible second. As we see 3 prototypes come through this battle, and this is exactly what I mean. It can get very sketchy. It's a lock up there from one of the Porsches. ART Distinct gets completely caught out by the Porsches. OTR car goes right up the inside, gets an easy position due to traffic. Exactly as we were expecting, traffic is going to be a huge factor around here. It is not easy to work your traffic around here. And it looks like Vulcan is working on Beast Shadow for the lead in GT. Speeds mid-corner are pretty big. Yeah. Move though, indeed. Definitely some great driving to not have anybody dive bombed off the road and punted off into oblivion. Multi-class racing, exactly, but that's what always breeds fantastic racing around here. There's a reason that it's one of the American classics when it comes to endurance racing, and I think we're gonna see, even though it's virtual, exactly why, as Stint and Bilboquet are trying as well for second, but this is the battle for first in GT. Vulcan all over the rear of Beast Shadow. We've seen Vulcan make an overtake here before as he's charged through the field. Not gonna get it this time. Beast Shadow puts it right in the middle of the track. No way by there. Stay hydrated, boys, by the way. Okay, let's not get out of control. I'm not gonna, you know. And now I've spilled water all over myself. Whoops. Huh. Well, now I'm all wet. Whoops. But the show must go on. As looking back, our Distinct has fallen back a little bit from Bilboquet. Nice move, Buck. Yeah. Hush. I just got caught up in the heat of the moment. Dirt Police, looks like Quick Math has gotten past Dirt Police. We saw them battling for a while. Looks like there might be an overtake back. That didn't sound good with the camera off. Yeah, but, you know. Alright, looking through our field, definitely some shakeups all around. And there goes Darkser coming through to completely lap the GT field as he gets caught up big time by Beast Shadow. Not going to affect him too much, though. As we see, Vulcan has a fantastic run through the S's. That seems to be his strongest point on the track. He just seems to gap anybody through there. As it looks like Distinct and Bilboquet are going at it again. Distinct maybe trying up the inside. He is trying up the inside. A little bit of contact between Beast Shadow and Vulcan there. And, uh-oh, is that a DC? That might have been a DC. That is a DC, I think. No, it's not. I don't know, actually. It looks like further up, we're going to jump to that GT battle because it looks like Distinct has gotten past Bilboquet. He has. Bilboquet trying it up the inside, maybe? No, not this time. Got another, I think that was a GT car in the pit lane. No, it was not. That was, R.E. Busey pitting. Well, we got all kinds of cars going on in there. That's a GT car in the pit lane. Who is that? That is Vulcan making his early stop. Alright, what else do we have going on right now? It's a little bit too hectic to give a run through the field. Looks like we have a car stopped. What's happened here? Oh, that's ETR Torns in the pit, or in that tire wall that I said we were going to have issues with. It's going to definitely cause some tears. Does he have damage? I'm going to say he probably does. Yes, that is for sure damage there. That is a dangerous, dangerous part right there. The car gets loose coming over the crest, coming out of turn 1. You don't have it exactly going on. It is going to end your day, as it has there. Our first victim of the infamous turn 2 tire wall. That is, that's a hard blow. I believe Prague was actually covering D lobby. As Bilboquet and Distinct still pretty close together. We might... Another very big problem zone is right there. Final turn. I think that's turn 16 if my mental counting is correct. It's either 15 or 16. But that final corner coming down the hill, you carry a little bit too much speed. You touch that rumble strip just a little bit wrong. You touch the grass on the outside. You're meeting that wall. And you usually bounce right back into the road. Right into the oncoming cars. And yeah, it's it can be a very dangerous spot. Turn 14? Wow, I can't count. It looks like we have all 3 of our GT cars have cycled through the pit lane now. All of our 3 leaders, because we got Beast Shadow, Balatic, and Vulcan. Wait, no, what? I thought I saw Vulcan there? I'm a little bit confused. But, hey, that's fine. We've got CJ Dimes trying to overtake Balatik. Beast Shadow just up the road. Where is Vulcan? Okay, Vulcan's... Why does it show me Vulcan in 14th there? Turn 12 is the final corner. Well, now I'm getting conflicting reports. I don't know what to believe. Well, hold on. What's happened here? We have a battle for the lead. Oh, never mind. No, we don't. Distinct getting caught up behind Striker. But Distinct had caught Darkser and then immediately did that. TORA corner numbers are wrong. That's the confusion. Oh. Got somebody else in the pit lane. Who is that in the pit lane? That's Bilboquet in the pit lane. Not exactly sure how Distinct had closed on Darkser so much there. There was like about a 3-second gap between the battle for second and Darkser. But, you know. TORA turn 5 is turn 8. Well, now I'm very confused. It looks like Jansen and Nishira still very much close on track. Balatik and CJ Dimes. CJ Dimes has actually gotten past Balatik. We didn't actually see it, but he's moved up a position. Balatik seems keen to take that back. Actually going to jump back to that, since that seems to be a good on-track battle right now. It's the wrong one. There we go. Check for damage on Darkser. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Has it happened? Oh, I think it's happened. Oh, no. I think that's Darkser DNFing. Oh, that is the leader of... Well, I guess we won't be able to see if Darkser had damage or not, because he is DNF'd from Stint 1. That is a... That's just a heartbreaking blow. This early in the race, team's going to be fighting for it all the way through. Game quit the desktop. I feel that. Heart goes out to you, Darkser. Alright, well, got a car in the pit lane right now. But that does give Distinct a pretty solid lead in Proto right now. Donate. I can't do American dollars. Ah, that's understandable. Yuko is out too. Oh, you hate to see that. Well, field is very spread out as we've got all kinds of different pit cycles going on right now. We've got somebody working through right now. The Darkser disconnect. Ugh. We got a actually a pretty big scrap of cars right here. Not necessarily a scrap, but a gaggle of cars, gaggle of Porsches. Forza would let you see lap times when it's on distance. There's a lot Forza I wish Forza could do. Viper has nothing on low-end acceleration. See, that's really interesting because about this time last year with the 24 hours of Nürburgring, the Viper was a monster at low torque. It just, acceleration blew everybody out of the water. Seems to be a little bit of the opposite this time. So we have a battle between Sunshine and DDM Drive going on. A very pink Porsche. Different track, different prop. Yep. The OTR is there. OTR has 3 cars in this lobby, I believe. It's a very, pink Porsche. Well, I guess it's not very pink. Got Springer in the car. Good to see him racing again. Oh, that's a VER car. I should have realized that that's a VER car. Based off of the drivers. Jansen is also catching Nishira, as we can see it back there. Gonna bounce to that. Definitely a good midfield battle going on in GT right now. Everything else is very spread out because there's a lot of people in different pit cycles. Dirt Police making his first stop. Only person not to stop, I believe, in Prototype is Distinct. As you can see, there's a 36-second gap between him and Bilboquet. That's not on pace. That is definitely due to pit cycle. So I think that's the full prototype field minus Distinct having pit. Very spread out right now. A 7.8, almost 8-second gap. It is 8-second gap now between Bilboquet and Turismo. Dirt Police a little bit further back. Quick Maps not too far back from him. Uh-oh, hold on. I see multiple cars stopped here. What's going on here? Or I thought I did. What's going on over here? Oh, Beast Shadow, that's the leader of GT. And Dirt Police, there is damage here. We didn't see what happened. I saw him stopped on track. There's all kinds of cars going on there. CJ Dimes look like he has damage as well. This has been a huge incident. Not sure what's gone on here, but there's cars all over the place. And another spin for Torrens. That's another damage and spin for Torrens. Looks like he got hit up the back, if I had to guess, and punted. Not exactly sure if that was one of the cars that had damage and just completely missed the braking zone. Not sure. I wish we could have instant replay in Forza, but that's definitely CJ Dimes' complete damage there. Torrens having another rough race, going off again. Very hard to control these prototypes with suspension damage, especially in the rear. You want to say oversteer? There you go. Trying to get a look at who all was involved in all that. There was just cars everywhere. Looks like, I don't even know what's happening now, but we saw two of the front runners in GT have issues. That's somebody in the pit lane. Let's see who else in the pit lane right now. That is Jansen. I'm not sure if that was let's see if that was a scheduled stop. That was not a scheduled stop. That's like half the GT field. That's like the top 4 in GT all getting caught up in that issue. That was, if we did safety cars and enduros, this would definitely be one. Beast Shadow involved, Vulcan involved. No, not Vulcan involved. I don't think. Jansen was definitely involved. CJ Dimes we know was involved. There's a few prototypes involved too. Torrens and Dirt Police. So I think that's 6 cars at the least involved there. This is going to definitely change the complexion of this. What in the world do we have going on up here? I think this is the new race, as Mr. Sunshine has kind of just inherited the lead after all of those. Well, P has tried overtaking the S's. I'm gonna have to guess that's what it was, and it just chained a reaction. But now we have a 3-way battle for the lead in in GT. None of these guys were actually contesting for the lead beforehand. A little bit of a tap between Drive and Sunshine. And I mean, I really wish we could provide some instant replay to see what in the world just happened there. That's Distinct making his first scheduled stop. I believe he got out of that. Where's Balatic though? Because they didn't stop. Let's find out where Balatic is. Currently sitting 13th, which is, hold on, let me count here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. I don't think that any of these cars have pitted that we're watching right now. Let's find out with Sunshine. Yeah, no, they have not made their first stop yet. They haven't. So I think that when it comes down to it, it's gonna be Vulcan in the lead, because we saw before pit stops, B Shadow was in the lead before pit stops happened, but now he's been caught up in that incident, so he's already happened. It's already had to make 2 stops, so I think that's gonna put Vulcan in our aggregate lead. How many protos are on track? We had 8 to begin with, but now just 7. Just 7 prototypes. So yeah, none of these guys have made their stop yet, I don't believe. I'm definitely inclined to believe that these 3 that are currently leading have not had their first stop, as it looks like Drive is going to do that right now. Ewok is under pressure from Vulcan. Ewok has yet to make his stop. One of the several PTG cars. Good to see them with some TORA representation. Darkster was in a prototype. Ooh, as Ewok gets a big wiggle there. We had a GT not start. Oh, I didn't realize that. As Vulcan, nice overtake there. Vulcan is definitely sitting in our aggregate GT lead. You'd love to see it. I mean, you know, hold on. It's not like, you know, not like, you know, I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm just saying, I'm kind of happy with that. Fail race vet pulled out last minute. Ah, gotcha. OTR P2 is Chevy Orca, and OTR GTRs are Porsches. That is correct. Oh, why am I saying that is correct? You're from that team. You would know better than I would. So, yes, good job. Looks like Jansen and Stryker having a little bit of a battle. These are both cars caught up in that incident, I think. I know for sure that Jansen was, not sure about Stryker. I registered those. Yeah. I was about to say, like, I know that you would know better than I would, Anonymous. So, I want to do a run through the field to see where everybody's sitting, but I don't really know what's going on right now. We've had such a crazy little, Stryker got pushed into the tires in the early laps. Oh, okay, so he was not involved in that big 6-car pileup then. But I guess we'll run through our field as it stands right now. I'm not really sure what pit cycle is like right now, because again, why would you want to know who's had pit stops and how many pit stops they've had in an endurance race? Turn 10 clearly doesn't see that as necessary. But currently leading prototype, we have OTR Bilboquet. I believe that is on pace. Yeah, that's definitely on pace. He's had a stop. That is on pace. Looks like he's coming up to lap Quick Maths, who was involved in that big incident. So, you know, already a big spread there. Reminds me of Alpine cars. Indeed it does. Speaking of Alpine, I think I'm saying it right. It's not Alpine. I don't think. But, hey, coming back to Formula One. It's an Alpine Nissan. That's a very strange combination, but, I'll take your word for it. But leading the field, we have OTR Alpine, followed by the Lola of ART Distinct. Still don't understand the rebadging. Is in the list provided. Hey, man. All good for you, then. With the Squadios ART. Ooh! Oh, no. Are we going to see another? Okay, never mind. That was earlier on. He got it through there safely. Yeah, that is very true, Big Ben. I'm sure, and I know you would know more than any of us here, since you're the one who organizes this fantastic series. One could only wish for a little bit more accessibility, though. But as we saw a little bit of a moment through the grass there for Distinct, manages to not have anything too terrible happen to it. I like the split US-UK flag there. Very cool design. Not sure who the painter is these days for Squadios, but they've always had very high-class painters. Especially a good friend of mine, Illusion, used to work with them. We're not no partners, so it's nothing new to see Nissan engines and Alpine Protos. That is true. AMS Turismo running in third in the AMS Orica. In fourth, we have the Dirt Police. About to be lapped, I think. Yep. As Dirt Police was definitely involved in that incident. We basically had half of our prototype field involved in that one incident or other unrelated incidents. So, very, very big spread in prototype. LMP2 is Carnage. Yeah, it is. In fifth, we have Quick Math, who has just been lapped by a Bilboquet in the team Kamikaze, I've been told. Number 4, Orica. Or no, that's a Porsche. Two plus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Quick Maths. Boom. Man's not hot. We have RDE Brucey. He's definitely been in a, not had a great race. Nobody really has had a great race in Prototype. Prototype's been very, very hairy all day. Said, babe, man's not hot. I just realized the little onboard camera fin off the roll hoop there. Good luck, Ewok. Ewok's had a little bit of a quiet race, avoided most of the incidents platinum. As Brucey runs 5th, we just skipped over 6th, but Torrens has had a absolutely torrid race. Not really a pun on his name, but I guess you could if you wanted it to be. It comes by to lap Balatic. Ooh, very close there on the closing. I almost foresaw a punt going on there. Ooh, almost wiggled on those curves right into the death tire wall again. But yeah, Brucey and Torrens running 6th and 7th. Leading GT by quite a margin, I might add, is CXR Vulcan. So fantastic for him. I will say he is being prospected by my team, LSEM, and I gotta say, he's very much impressing, so good on him. I'm glad he's doing well. He's followed 8.5 seconds back by OTR Balatic in the OTR number 826 Porsche. In third, we have Mr. Sunshine. Vulcan is a very quick driver, indeed. This is our first time prospecting him for our team, so I'm really glad that he's finally getting the track time he deserves. And hey, very much impressing. Greggles. Hey, Rockmaro. Greggles has had a decent race. But right now, Sunshine runs in third as B-Shadow. Never mind. B-Shadow is just going to come right on in and say, thank you very much. I'll take that third. Never mind. As looks like Sunshine is now under threat from Greggles. This is the battle for fourth. I didn't even know B-Shadow was there. It just came out of nowhere and just went, whoop. I'll take that. Thank you very much. But now we've got a little bit of a battle on our hands as I'm trying to run through the field. We've got Greggles in the VER Pennzoil. I'm not sure why. Is XL Pennzoil black and green? Interesting color combination for what it is on a Corvette of all things. But hey, I'm not going to judge. Still a solid livery, just a little bit confusing. As we see the two VER cars doing it. Totally didn't carry us through quali. Well, you mean Goats actually showed up for a race? I'm amazed. Totally not throwing shade at IndyCar. We see Turismo go through there. But yeah, currently, Sunshine runs 4th, Greggles 5th, Nishira 6th, Drive 7th, Striker 8th, Jens in 9th, CJ Dimes 10th, Ewok 11th. I think my counting was wrong, but those are the positions as it stands at the moment. Looking for anything close happening on track. I think this is the closest thing we've got going on right now. And looks like Stint has made his second stop already. So is Turismo. Not really sure what. A little bit of a strange strategy. What happened to CJ Dimes? CJ Dimes was caught up in a large incident with 2 or 3 other protos and 1 or 2 other GT cars that took out a lot of the field. It's a very out of position field right now. I wish we had been able to see it, but we just saw the end result of it. I think CJ Dimes got the worst of it because it looked like he had full damage, just 100% everything. Logan straight up is carrying us. He's doing fantastically right now, Braden. But don't worry, I have faith in y'all. Both you and Coda. Vulcan's definitely giving us a good buffer right now, but I guarantee you that y'all will do fine. You've got me up here for moral support. Feels very spread out right now. Ooh. As Greggles is a little bit close there. But yeah, this is really our closest cars on track right now. I think this is about the part of the stint where, as I usually say, you guys want your car to get some screen time, just let me know. And we will go cinematic on them if there's nothing exciting happening on track. A little bit of a battle going on there between 44 viewers. I know, man. Keep out of trouble, basically. Yeah. I think that's going to... Whoa, as Dirt Police cuts that a little close. Wow. I would say dark, but yeah.
I mean, it looks like there's almost a battle going on for the lead between Bilbo Ket and Quick Maths, but it's really not. Quick Maths is the lap down. As you can see, though, Vulcan is just continuing to grow that gap between Balatic. Up to 12 seconds now. Vulcan is truly a man on a mission right now. Absolutely flying in that Viper. Very spread out in GT right now as we have Vulcan 12.5. Look at that gap go up. Like, it's not even a competition. That gap is just continuing to go up. Corner by corner, it's just going up. Looks like we've got some cars in the pit lane. That is Drive in the pit lane. And who is the other one? That is Turismo. Hold on, what's happened here? Quick Maths got past Dirt Police. Not exactly sure. Toss a heckin' donation to Extra Life, please. Yes, absolutely. Please do consider that. You can type exclamation donate. Chat messages will pop up like ever so often, giving you the link. But please, definitely, if you have spare funding, please toss a donation to Extra Life. It all goes towards amazing places, Children's Research Network hospitals. You can definitely see more if you click on the link. It'll show you exactly where it's going, what it's being used for. I urge you to please donate. It benefits everybody. All to charity as well. So if you're one of those that care about tax write-offs and everything, it is tax deductible. As Jansen and Stryker look like they're actually having a little bit of a scrap here. That's DDM Drive. That's not at all who I wanted Forza. I wish you would actually look at the car I tried to tell you to look at. There we go. Kind of a shame and kind of out of the usual to see both RDE cars really struggling so far in the first stint today. RDE is usually listed up there as one of the top teams out there in the Forza world these days. They've just not had a good run today. Both cars caught up in incidents. DDM Drive, that is true, we could, but I kind of want to see if this battle evolves into anything exciting for a little bit, but then we will get to Drive. Wow, some paint. Oh, you did the paint, huh? Wasn't aware you were much of a painter, Big Ben. Dirt Police and Quick Maths still pretty close on track. I believe that the only person in the lead pack right now looks like Busey and Turismo pretty close on track as well. Gonna keep an eye on that. I think that's Turismo coming out of the pits. Busey really not having the pace. But I could be wrong. But I believe that I am actually correct, as that gap is a little bit going up. There's not much pace difference, but it is going up. Keep an eye on it, though. As, what was I just saying? Strictly mediocre at everything. I feel that, bro. Ooh, as we see Jansen having a great run, Stryker not having a great run up through the beginning of the S's. Catching right up on him. Except hosting Forza events. Hey, man. Watching a film with family. Gotcha. Must agree. As much of a headache as it is, as we see Jansen trying around the outside, don't think he's gonna have it. Well, maybe not. I stand corrected. We'll see how it goes here as he tries the switcheroo, goes up the inside, has a little bit better drive out of the corner, but we've seen that the Viper is not great at top end here. A little bit of a touch. Just letting them know that they're there. It's too wide. Drag race. Porsche's good in a drag race. He's got the edge. We'll see how this ends up. Too far back for a dive bomb, I'd say. The power of the Porsche on the straight really is something to behold compared to the Viper. That definitely seems to be the Porsche driver's strategy. Just keep it together until the straight and then gap them there. As I've said before, it's not a great place to overtake. Looks like Vulcan's in making his second stop. Just coming out in actually a very big pack of cars. Almost outruns the P2 Porsche in the straights. Wow. Good painters really deserve recognition. Absolutely. Oh, as Vulcan's being passed by several people. I'm not sure if he just had a really slow out of the pit lane or what, but he's still our aggregate leader, as we see all kinds of cars here. 2 prototypes. Oh god, well, somebody's going way wide back there. I'm not sure who that was, but they managed to avoid the wall as Vulcan's coming through. Oh, this is really heating up right here. So we have prototypes dueling it out. We have a prototype duel right there between Turismo and Busey. Turismo has the speed, going side by side, a little bit of a touch. Vulcan getting left in the dust, really. As, hopefully we won't see any prototypes trying anything stupid down here at the hairpin. We have... that was a ballsy maneuver to try and have both prototypes go past Stryker there, but it worked out, thankfully. Oh, Stryker gets very, very close to Vulcan pit. Yes, Vulcan just made his second stop. Stryker definitely losing time, going a little bit wide on the grass there. He's going to be caught right up by Jansen. And Vulcan, out of that pit stop, just doesn't seem to have the pace. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe he's just biding his time. Well, never mind. I bring it back. As usual, right through the S's, the first half of the lap, Vulcan is a man possessed, just immediately gapping everyone. Yeah, I think that Vulcan's just biding his time. He can afford to do that a little bit. He does have over about a 13-second lead before he came in. Well, this is definitely where it's all happening as we see Stint coming on through. And nobody really near Stint. Out in front, we have Bilboquet. Bilboquet has yet to make his second stop in Proto. But, as you can see, what's happened to Turismo? How did Turismo end up all the way back here? Because that's much more than just a single stop. I think Turismo's run into an issue that we didn't see. Because he should be a lot further up. He was running top 3 on the lead lap, but he's a lap down right now. Not sure what's happened there, but something is definitely amiss. Turismo pitted early. Has he made 3 stops already? That is true. He was one of the very early stoppers. But still, if he's made only 2 stops, he should not be where he is, because Stint has made 2 stops. And he's just 50 seconds behind Bilboquet. Not sure. I wish we could see, like, actual have lap timings, lap charts, all that, as we see Jansen all over the rear bumper of the OTR car. Looks like we've got a battle going on further up between Beast Shadow and Greggles. We've got battles going on all over the place in GT right now. GT definitely seems to be the category to watch so far with the current crop of drivers. Bit slower in traffic. Still, though, I feel like that's a little bit too big of a gap. We'll have to see once time goes on as things filter out, pit cycles equal out. Hey, thank you for the donation, Rody. It works. It does work. I'm so glad. Thank you very much, man. It all goes to a great cause. I'm actually just really glad you did that, because now I can actually verify that all the work I did worked out, as Beast Shadow's in the pit lane. Well, that's Turismo going very slow. What's happened here? That's not Turismo. I want Turismo. Oh, no. That is terrible for Turismo. That's at the pit lane, at the start finish. He's got a long, long, long way to go. Oh, and that's a very dangerous place to be. Oh, that is terrible. I wonder if he backed into the pit wall. Very well could have. It is on the rear. We saw Turismo, or not Turismo, we saw Beast Shadow going to the pit lane as well. I wonder if, and Beast Shadow's fallen right back in the order. I wonder if those two got together in some way. The 2 AMS cars may have gotten together there. You know it's bad when we see a GT car just easily overtaking it. They did not. Tsunami, do you know maybe what happened there? What was going on there? Hey, Crow. Convert donated from Australia. Gotcha. But thank you very much for that, Rody. Means a lot. Where was that battle we were just watching? We're going to go watch that. See how Vulcan's getting on. Vulcan's still caught behind these two. He's losing a good amount of time. As the rear gets hit. Gotcha. for Beast. Waiting on a message from Turismo. Gotcha. As we see Bilboquet coming through. Thank you for that update. As we see Busey in the pit lane. Bilboquet taking a little bit of an adventurous line around Jansen there. Hey, Zeta. How are you? There's Quick Maths. Ooh, as everybody's getting clogged up there. That was almost a repeat, I think, of what we had happen before. It's just the prototypes can take that corner so much faster. The GT cars really have to back off. Prototypes don't. I have a sneaking suspicion that that big 6-car incident we saw earlier on was about exactly that. As Bilboquet gets it wrong, that's our leader going off there. Quick Maps takes his lap back. Jansen goes off. Vulcan goes right on through. It is all happening right now, right here. As we got another car moving very slow. That's just Turismo, actually. He's finally crawling back into the pit lane. Terrible, terrible luck again in the prototypes. It just seems that nothing is going well for anybody in prototype right now. Minus Balatic and Distinct. Or Bilboquet and Distinct. That's alright, though. And there goes Stryker out of the way of Vulcan. Vulcan's back up into the aggregate lead. He still has several in front of him that have yet to make their second stop. As we see Dirt Police and Bilboquet kind of racing right now. I'm sure that Bilboquet won't be too happy about that. As that was the whole reason that he ended up going off in the first place, was lapped cars. I'm sure he's not quite a happy camper in the cockpit. We have a little bit of a race going on between Beast Shadow and Ewok. Said he was taken out. Any word on who? Because we couldn't see it. I would think it would have to be another prototype for him to have rear damage like that. As we see Greggles coming out of the pit lane. Not yet. Masking. Gotcha. That is Stryker coming out of the pit lane. Gonna be right up in attack range from DDM Drive. So, very incident-filled Stint 1. I knew that this was gonna be a action-packed race, but I did not expect it to go like this. Hard to come back. Indeed, he is. A lot of people have a lot of ground to make up, and those that have just been able to keep their nose clean, that maybe not on the ultimate pace of the rest of the field, are looking really pretty right now. They're going to have that early on gap, or early on cushion. If the rest of their drivers can do well, we could see a few upsets. Ewok, for example. Exactly. Ewok has stayed clean all day. It looks like that is Bilboquet making his second stop. Where is Distinct going to be? Bilboquet in first place? Indeed. I think that he's still going to have a gigantic gap to Distinct from the looks of it. His Ewok dives to the pit lane. Yep. Bilboquet coming out right now. He's got a GT car in front of him. He's got Balatic in front of him. That's not Balatic. That is Mr. Sunshine. Ooh, his Torn's a little bit of a ambitious move there around the outside. So, when it filters out, let's see here. Bilboquet with a 9-second lead over Distinct. Bilboquet's looking very pretty right now to take Stint 1 win. But, hey, we're just now past halfway. Anything can happen. And it really has happened so far. We've seen so many upsets from so many different people. Constant pit cycles, can't really tell. RZM Ballistic is out. Wow. Sunshine in a GT car? Yes, he is. He is in one of the VER cars. A Porsche. I really don't know who is where right now. Minus pit strategy. Because there are like 5 different strategies going on right now. But it looks like Vulcan has reclaimed the lead. Again, he has had the clear lead throughout all of the pit cycles. He just hasn't necessarily had it on track, but as in terms of outright pace, definitely the fastest car in GT right now. Alright, gotta go. Be commentating a lobby Stint 2 with Rickson. Alrighty, man. Have fun with Rickson out there. Tell Rickson I said hello. And, yeah, y'all enjoy your time. Hey, Dark or Ben, do we have a typical Stint 11-12 rule going on for this one, where there's no doubles? Or somebody that knows? We do? Okay. gets P1, then I start P1 and Stint 3 and P2. Yes. Yes. Can't double 4 and 5. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so typical TORA then. Just trying to prepare for that later on. Things are very spread out on track right now. I mean, very spread out. There's really no cars fighting for position anywhere close. I guess the closest right now is really Vulcan and Jansen. Jansen's on a very different strategy than Vulcan. We've seen that already, as Jansen was definitely caught out and lost a lot in that 6-car incident early on. LCM teams make A lobby? Yes, they did. Our RZM LSCM crossover Corvette is in A lobby with Bowtie, McQueen, and somebody else that I can't remember off the top of our head, but our crossover car is in A lobby. Oh, that's somebody off at the final, or down there. That's CJ Dimes off. Yeah, Simblo. That's who I thought. Is that damage for CJ Dimes? Nope, just a little bit of an off. Probably misjudged the braking off a little bit, but hey, everything's good there. Crow, I thought you were busy today, man. Go do your real life things. Just kidding. I'm glad to have you here, man. Good to hear from you. Good to see you here as we see Distinct go on by. Ooh, a little bit of a wild pit entry there for CJ Dimes. Guess he decided that those tires were done. I guess we'll ride with our leader for a little while. Overall, OTR Bilboquet, 9 seconds ahead of ART Distinct. And I believe that that is an accurate reading there, even though Quick Maps, I think, is a lap down once he's pit. Because he was definitely involved in one of those incidents. Because we saw him running a lap down at one point. Him and Torrens collided when Torrens lagged on the screen on the front straight. Ah, gotcha. That would make sense. That would make sense. Cancel our race. We didn't get our car fixed for the race. Just staying to the track to say hi for a little while. Ah, gotcha. That sucks to hear, man. But hey, still, you're doing a lot. You get to do something that a lot of us wish we could do. So, no stress. Internet is out till later today when Cox comes and gets us a new system. Ah, gotcha. Gotta hate that. So, definitely this part of the stint where everything's very spread out. No on-track battles. You guys want a car to get some screen time, just let me know, and we will go cinematic for them. As we see our two leaders coming up to lap each other now. Vulcan and Bilboquet. Vulcan smartly going wide, getting right out of the way. Good sign of respect between both of them as we see Torrens, who's had a very rough race. I'm not sure how he ended up there. I didn't see him get past. Either way, I couldn't make this race. I got you, man. No stress. We've got a pretty strong field, I'd say. One car in every lobby, A, B, and C. Something we can be proud of. Alright, well, since things are calming down right now, how are y'all in chat? Hopefully y'all have enjoyed our very incident-filled, chaotic first hour of racing in this 10 hours of Road Atlanta powered by Extra Life. Vulcan making big moves to impress Brotai, huh? Oh, he's definitely... I'm definitely very impressed with him so far. He is the absolute class of the GT field right now. Nobody's been able to touch him. Ready to be carried? Ah, man. You'll do fine, Rockmaro. I've seen you put on some pretty good performances in the past. As Torrens is really kind of keeping pace with our leader here. Kind of makes me think if he hadn't had those two incidents, he'd actually be pretty up there, fighting up at the front. But as it stands now, he's a lap down, if not 2 laps down. Practicing for an hour, now I'm finally warmed up. Good to hear, Barney. What stints do you have, Barney? I think you're doing the last one, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oh, hey, here we go. Beast Shadow's kind of catching sunshine. Might see something going on there. I've got to say, Torrens is really keeping with Bilboquet. I think that later on we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that ETR car. I think they have a lot more pace than they've really been able to show this stint. Stint 2 and 3, gotcha. As that is a proto in the pit lane, I think that is distinct in the pit lane. It is, in fact. Anybody know the required amount of stops for this race? I'm thinking it's probably 3 or 4. A quick team, to be fair. Yeah, for sure. I've definitely seen some pretty spectacular performances from them in other enduros. But again, they've just really had a rough stint. So, definitely going to have to keep an eye on them. Yours will probably be around the same time. Gotcha. I hate to see it because, you know, these guys are like even on pace. Hopefully I can keep it on the tarmac and Stint 2. Hey, Demonic. Yeah. It definitely looks like you guys have the pace to be fighting at the front. And it looked like at least 2 of those incidents that Torrens has been in there were not really up to him. 10.8 in practice. Nice. Ooh, CJ Dimes. Whoa, almost a very risky rejoin there. All over the track for CJ Dimes there. A little bit of a risky rejoin, to be certain. As it looks like Beast Shadow is, in fact, catching sunshine. So, looks like we're going to have some VR on AMS racing here. Big Pog. Hey, Maxi. Welcome. Ooh, sunshine got a little bit wide there. A little bit of a slide. 19.6, but fastest was a 19.3. Gotcha. I wish I had lap times to compare with you guys, but all I know is know how McQueen is doing in A lobby. That would be a good idea, or that would be nice to know. Bowtie, if you're still around, I know that you're probably keeping an eye on that. Luigi also just wrecked now. Oh, that sucks for them. Luigi, old LSEM teammate, friend of mine. So, even though they're not racing for LSEM anymore, I still hate to see them not doing well. Alright, well, one of the only Jaguars in the field in B lobby. See how it gets on against what seems to be the popular or the most popular choice in B lobby. Bouncing for now. Alrighty, Rockmaro. Good luck and everything. AK love Luigi. That's fair. The Mario and Luigi boys. I think those were Turbo and Zero under their LSEM names. Ooh, Sunshine gets very loose, gets the sim snap, catches it. What a move by Beast Shadow. Oh my god. I would, if that were me, I would have not tried that in case of that car sim snapping back the other way. But Beast Shadow, incredible courage to just send it there. I'm shocked that that worked out as well as it did. Fantastic maneuver there. Got the extra life there. I think that's extra life on there. The hearts there. I think it is, but I can't tell for sure. The back of that Viper's a little bit scuffed up, so I can't really read it. That was clean. That was very clean. Very, very brave as well. That is not a move that I would have tried doing. As we see Busey come on through. So, running through the field as it stands right now, Bilboquet's still out front. Quick Maths on a different pit strategy to the top two. or the top 3 in P2 right now. Currently sits second on track. I believe that he is actually closer to third aggregate. ART Stint running second once pit cycles out, but currently sitting third on track. Back 2, Extra Life has raised over 70 million since its inception in 2008. That's a staggering number. I like, as soon as I heard of the opportunity that TORA was partnering with them, I immediately said, like, I'm not going to run this race. I really wanted to run this race because I love Road Atlanta. I love prototypes, and I definitely would have been doing that. But as soon as I heard we were partnering with Extra Life, I was like, no, I want to provide my streaming services because that's Bilbo Cat coming through. That's a huge opportunity to work with such a prestigious and amazing charity. But anyway, Stint runs third on track. ETR Torrens having a torrid stint, running fourth, but I believe he's actually a little bit further back once things filter out, but I'm not sure. He's definitely got the pace, so maybe he's actually clawed his way back up through the field. Will this be a 10-hour long stream? It will be. Overall, yes, I will be streaming today for 10 hours, but the stream will be, like, once we finish this stint, the stream will end, and it'll come right back up. So that way, there's 5 different VODs, one of each stint. Ooh, oh no, that's Torrens having even more bad luck. Turismo just, or that was B-Shadow, excuse me. B-Shadow getting the TC bog. Oh, that... I hope that's not damage for Torrens again. Not damage for B-Shadow, but just, yeah. There's nothing you can do about that. No damage. As now he's been passed by Dirt Police. We've actually got a race going on here. How did he survive that? I really don't know. That looked rough. As Dirt Police gets a little bit wide, goes straight up the inside. Position taken back. Are you saying you doubt my ability to stream 10 hours, Maxi? I don't. You're one of my newer followers, so you haven't been here when I've done 24-hour streams of these enduros. I'm no stranger to doing really long streams. Is Mr. Sunshine and B-Shadow racing right now? I was doing a run through the field, and we kind of got very off topic. Watching B-Shadow have that crazy TC bog. Hey, some of the long-time Enduro viewers can tell you for sure. I am no stranger to doing 24-hour-long commentary streams. In fact, that's where I'd say about half of my followers come from, is doing race commentary like this. It's Torrens in the pit lane again. I didn't see damage on our side, but sometimes Forza just tells you wrong. His Dirt Police comes on through here. Looks like Sunshine is actually going to be having a run at B-Shadow here. B-Shadow very loose all over the road. Looks like the back end is really giving him some trouble. When we looked, he didn't seem to have any damage, but that back end looks very not fun right now. The TC bog through turn 1, just getting loose everywhere else. I'll be gone after this stint. What do you mean? Nah, man. I'm here for all 10 hours. Alright, well, back to running through the field. Bilbo Cat still out front. Quick Maths in second. ART Distinct in third. Dirt Police fourth. Torrens in fifth. Busey in sixth. Vulcan with a commanding lead in GT. Gotta start warming up. C on the other side of Stint 3. Good luck to you, Costi. Jansen in second. A very good recovery from him. Caught up in that big incident early on in the race. A fantastic recovery to be running 8th, even if it is just on pits. Like pits. I read your message there. I read your message there. It said pit sackle instead of pit cycle. But still, Jansen running 2nd in GT, Balatic in 3rd, B-Shadow in 4th, Sunshine in 5th, Gregos 6th, Drive 7th, Ashira 8th, CJ Dimes. I can't read. I'm sorry. CJ Dimes in 9th. Ewok in 10th. Striker in 11th. Hey, hold on. When did Turismo DNF? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I didn't realize that. I didn't get like the blast screen or anything, but Turismo is DNF'd. Not sure when that happened, but that's Turismo quit. Oh, that's a shame, but I can understand the sentiment. Are y'all guys pulling the car or gonna try and make it back up in the rest of the race? And Sunshine is really giving Beast Shadow a run right now. I mean, I'm disappointed. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Wrong button. Think he's done, but don't quote me on it. Gotcha. I'm really sad to see it happen, and I would have tried to struggle through it, but I can understand the sentiment of pulling the car there. It was a really rough stint for them. I'm sure it's still wet from when I spilled the water earlier. It's kind of getting annoying. Somebody in the pit lane there. Who is that? That is Jansen, making his second stop. Looks like Vulcan's made his stop as well already. So I think that Jansen's actually where he should be on track. Whoa, is Beast Shadow. Big, big wiggle coming out of the final corner. And Sunshine says, thank you very much. I will take that spot. Good on Beast Shadow to be able to hold that one. Sunshine taking a very opportunistic move to get past Beast Shadow. Not been a great run for AMS and B Lobby so far. Both cars having issues. Granted, Turismo having much more issues than Beast Shadow, but still. So I believe that should be Vulcan done with his stops. We got 30 minutes left of running here. So we should see final stops being made in the next few minutes. I've gotten the Travie Patty out again. Looks like Bilbo Cat has put Quick Maths down another lap. A little bit of a tap there through the chicane. Go watch Vulcan. Right now we're watching this battle. We will definitely check up on Vulcan once things have settled down. But this is the battle for, I think, third right now. Vulcan's kind of out on his own right now with a commanding lead. Usually when I do race broadcast, Crow, I go to where the action is. And this is definitely a interesting fight right here. As Beast Shadow's just been having all kinds of issues with a very loose car. I think that Beast Shadow has quicker pace than Sunshine, but Sunshine's just been very consistent, not making mistakes. So, interesting battle going on here. Thorns and Busey only 2 seconds apart. Coming down a little bit. Looking so cute. Whoa! Don't worry. The Vipers, our LOCM Viper's gonna get plenty of screen time when there's not much else going on screen. That's somebody in the pit lane. Who might that be making a stop? That is Ewok making what I would assume to be their final stop. Is Beast Shadow with a nice dive into the chicane. Sunshine backs out of it. Nice dive there from Beast Shadow. I thought he was immediately going to go into the pit lane, making that move completely mute. Well, never mind. Somebody did go into the pit lane. Sunshine was the one to pit, not Beast Shadow like I thought. Looks like Drive and Jansen, or that's CJ Dimes and Drive a little bit close. ART Stint going on through there. Whoa, did he tag that? I think he actually just tagged that tire wall. There's tires on the ground there. Didn't seem to affect them too much. Whoa, that's not great. Again, with... Oh, that looks really bad. Okay, well, it's not as bad as it could have been, but that's definitely another stop due to damage for AMS. AMS has had just a terrible run of luck so far in B lobby today. In both cars. My heart goes out to them. That hurts after such a great battle there too. It just looks like that. Why are some cars way faster than others? Because this is a multi-class race, Maxi. We have prototypes, which are, as you can tell, very much quicker. As Greggles, I don't think, realized that B Shadow had an issue there, just kind of plowed up the back of him. But yeah, this is a classic endurance race, Maxi, which I know that you're just now getting into motorsport. So you may not have seen classic endurance racing like this, but there's two categories here. We have the sports prototypes, which are open cockpit, much faster, not based off of road cars. And then we have the GT cars, which are based off of road cars. A little bit of a safari of a pit interest there for B Shadow, but hey, handling issues. So they're both racing their own race. There's basically two races going on at the same time, Maxi. We have a race between the prototypes and we have a race between the GT cars. They're just both happening on track at the same time. They're not really racing each other, as, you know, one class is much faster than the other. It's weird. It definitely makes things more interesting, and that's just always how sports car racing has been. It definitely makes for some very intense racing. Definitely spices things up because you can't only just be fast, you actually have to manage the traffic very well. Whether it's minimizing the amount of time you're caught behind them in a prototype, or not losing out time being passed by prototypes in GT cars. Definitely adds another layer of skill to the racing. And honestly, I prefer sports car racing to just normal old F1 or single class racing. It looks like Stryker and Nishira having a little bit of a battle at the rear of the GT field. Stryker having some torrid luck as well. I'd say about like literally half the field has had just awful luck and is out of position. As we see him make a nice pass there. Is he gonna hold it from Nishira? Yes, he is. Good move there. Nishira kind of coming back at him. Another car in the pit lane. That is DDM Drive in the pit lane. Yeah, as we can see, I think that Vulcan has done all of his stops now. 17, almost 18-second lead over Greggles. Again, an absolute masterclass of a drive from Vulcan so far. Field very spread out right now. I guess Nishira is pretty close, as Stint is caught in the middle of them. DBOD was racing. Apparently. I'm not sure if it's just Nishira racing, but no, that's definitely a DOBD car, or DBOD. They're going to be on the same leaderboard at the end. No. Like I said, Maxi, there's two different races going on here at the same time. The GT cars are having a race of their own, and so are the prototypes. They're not really racing each other because the prototypes would win, but there is one overall winner, and in real life, on very, very rare occasions, you'll see a GT car win outright against prototypes. Think 24 Hours of Daytona in 2000. All of the prototypes had mechanical issues, and one of the Dodge Vipers won outright, and I think that's been one of the very, very few times in the modern era of racing that a GT car has beaten a sports prototype to an overall win. So yeah, we're basically watching two races. Having a NIMSA a couple of years ago on this track. Wow, I was not aware. But yeah, it can happen. Heavy rain all 10 hours. Oh man, that must have been an absolute joy to watch. Unfortunately, with Forza, we can't have rain in our endurance races. It would definitely spice things up, but because we have 5 different lobbies, you can't really keep it consistent amongst them. You can in other games, but not Forza. It's just, what kind of rain do you want? Heavy rain. There's like 5 different scenarios within that. Whoa, is Torn's going a little bit too ambitious there. Is Nishira getting pushed off? That's, whoa, okay. Good reaction there from Busey to avoid a sliding Porsche. That looks like maybe some damage for Nishira there. Nope, just a slidey back end. I don't know for sure about the bop of this Porsche, but typically that Porsche in my experience, is very, very back-end happy and is not the most fun to control. Feel bad for the GT drivers. Yeah, sometimes they do get a little bit bumped around, but for the most part, it's a really enjoyable experience no matter what class you're in. Medium drive status, please. Alrighty, let's find out where Drive is. Drive is currently running 14th on track, which as he tags Busey a little bit. I think that was actually more Busey not really making the pass. But he's in 14th overall right now, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th right now. Off for some practice before the stint. See you on track. Absolutely demonic. Good luck to you. I wish you better fortunes than your teammate, because he has just had an absolute terrible run of luck. So definitely good luck to you out there, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Looks like that's a car going slowly, maybe? Whoa, that is definitely a car going slowly, but that looks like it was just an off for a striker. Nashira is going to be right back up in this battle with him. Ooh, didn't try the dive bomb. Thanks, absolutely, man. Oh, well, that's not great. Striker got a little bit loose. Nashira had nowhere to go except into the back of him. And that's Vulcan coming up to lap both of them. Vulcan getting a little bit of a wily exit onto the back straight there, but keeping it together. But right now, I think that Vulcan's 25-second lead over Jansen is accurate. Vulcan having an absolute blinder of a stint. Very impressed with him. Very proud of him. Off as well. Up at stint 10. Stint 2. Hopefully I can keep the car in one piece. Yeah, I think that that's really going to be what it comes down to today. Is who can have the least amount of incidents and rack up the miles and not have setbacks. Because as we've seen, I'd say about 60 to 70% of the field has really run into issues. That was a little bit scary there. You get that first part of that kink wrong, you're lined up straight to go into the tire wall of death. As here comes Vulcan up to lap them. We'll ride with Vulcan for a little bit. Thank you for that clip there. I'm sure y'all will use that for your means of SIs later, which, hate to say it, dev team, I think your hands are going to be full after this one, as we've already seen a ton going on here. Vulcan getting a little bit loose, losing a little bit of time there in traffic. We have a race between Greggles and Beast Shadow. What's going on up here? Speaking of Greggles, there's his bumper. More work for me? Yeah. I just have a sneaking suspicion that y'all are going to have your hands full. Just from what we've seen, or maybe not seen, but have witnessed so far this stint. As quick maths come on through. See if Greggles can do anything against Beast Shadow. Beast Shadow's had a very wily car, it seems. As quick maths looking around the outside, that's definitely not where you want to be trying to overtake as a prototype, because the GT cars are always going to go wide there. They don't have the cornering ability that the protos do. So heads up for all the proto drivers out there. Don't try and go around the outside there. It probably won't work. Just saying. That is CJ Dimes making what I would presume to be his final stop. A little bit of rules catch up here. Pit lane ends, or pit lane closes with 10 minutes left on the clock. All cars must have made their 3 required stops before 10 minutes left. Krabby Patty commercial. Barney, why are you getting so many ads? I'm not running any ads. Is anybody else getting ads? What's going on there? Or are you bit mining? Well, looking for anything else interesting happening on track. This definitely seems to be our most interesting thing happening on track at the moment. Greggles 1.2 back from Beast Shadow. Beast Shadow seems to have the pace, but he gets loose again, almost has a repeat of the last incident we saw from Beast Shadow. Very dangerous. getting off the road going through the S's. One slip up and you're going off on the road there. I changed my video settings for mobile. Had to reload the setting. Oh, gotcha. Beast driving a lawnmower. Indeed, he's going on a lawnmower crusade. Must mow all the grass. And really, I feel like that car has been off just about everywhere you can go off, so he really is on a lawnmower conquest right now. Remember to stay hydrated, guys. Got a long race out there today. Hydration is very important. Stop trying to catch on fire at 720p since it didn't like 1080. Gotcha. Glad to hear that Streamlabs is actually allowing you guys to change your video settings, because it's like on a day-to-day basis if Streamlabs wants people to be able to change their video settings. Sometimes it'll keep it locked at source, which is 1080p 60 FPS. And other days it'll be like, hey, you know, we can scale it. Go whatever you want, whatever works best for you. And I always feel really bad when people can't change their video settings. I've actually got to go run to the bathroom real fast. We're gonna ride cinematic with our overall leader right now, OTR Bilbo Cat. So y'all sit tight. We've still got 9+ hours more to go. Y'all don't go anywhere. Be right back. Alrighty. I am back, guys. Let's see, has anything developed while I was away? Let's see here. Still Bilbo Cat, Quick Maths, Distinct, Dirt Police, Torns. Hey, speaking of, whoa, as Busey gets loose there, that's a car off. Did he get away with that? No, he did not. That's more damage and more problems for the RDE boys. They've definitely had not so great of a race so far. Well, that's another car stopped on track. Who's this? That's Torns. Torns having more issues. It looks like the same spot, the tire wall of death up there, right where we saw Busey go off, actually. So, really, really rough time for the Protos today. Incidents galore. Oh, man. That is Busey getting back to the pit lane. Really rough time for most of the guys in Proto today. As we see Vulcan having almost stretched this lead to 30 seconds over Jansen. Jansen, who's actually kind of under threat from Balatic. Balatic's been pretty fast. He's 13th overall right now. Nice. But Balatic, we've seen him be very quick and consistent throughout this stint. Wonder if he'll be able to challenge Jansen for second. Jansen, I'm not really sure how he's managed to end up where he is, because I could have swore that he was one of the ones involved in that big 6-car pileup early on in the race. But hey, good on him to have been able to recover all the way back up to where he is right now. 2E and 3, double stint, double host. Back for stint 4, good luck. Hey, thanks, man. Same to you, Rhodey. Do well out there. He's 12th overall. Gotcha. Ooh, is that Jansen off? Or that's Busey off again. Terrible, terrible time for the RDE Proto today. Not sure who's had worse of a time. The ETR car or the RDE Proto. They both had pretty rough races. A lot of offs. It's just been rough in Protos. The only ones that have really managed to keep out of trouble are Bilboquet and Distinct. Quick Maths, I think, was caught up in an incident earlier on, but has really had a great recovery drive to end up where he is right now. Looking for anything that would have been out of sequence right now. I'm pretty sure that Jansen came from far back in the grid to get up to where he is right now. Vulcan, I know, did not start it towards the front. He was starting like 5th or 6th in category, and then has just had an absolute storming drive. One of the finest drives I've seen in a TORA lobby like this. We saw several master classes at Le Mans, our last Enduro. Or no, that wasn't our last Enduro. That was Silverstone. We also saw a few fantastic drives at Silverstone as well, but nothing like this. This is definitely one of those stints that you always dream of having. Just absolute consistency, nobody around to challenge you, you can just run. As it looks like Balatic is catching Jansen for sure. We might see a battle here. 2.2 second gap right now. Keep an eye on how that evolves over time. Then it would be the battle for second, as Vulcan has an absolute stranglehold on the lead in GT. It would take quite an incident, which I hope we don't see, for him to lose that. And that gap is coming down a little bit between Jansen and Balatic. I see they're about even on pace, I would say, because the gap goes up, gap comes down. Fantastic drive at Silverstone. I do. Like I said, it's not something you see often, but when it does happen, it's a treat to see it happen. As we've seen him overtake car after car after car, as if they were standing still. Looks like Nishira and Stryker having another battle. Let's go see what's going on back there with them. We've seen these two dueling throughout the stint. Looks like Ewok was off there a little bit. Any damage there? I think that was just an off. Oh, no, it's just an off. Managed just to stay out of the pits for damage. It was Nishiro from way downtown. Had a look. Kind of had a half dive, but just did not have the distance to make theirs. Ooh, Distinct. That was a little bit of a nervous moment there. Oh, is Distinct almost paid for trying to overtake through the last corner. Got very, very close to that wall. And let me tell you, I've done my fair share of enduros here. That wall, you're just a little bit too close to it. It will end your entire existence. The Striker goes off. He's going to avoid the tire wall. Almost takes out Nishira on the rejoin. Nishira manages to stay ahead, though. Taking advantage of Striker's mistake. It was a bit of a scary moment. Again, this is a very narrow track, and it's definitely one of those old school tracks you'll love to see. No runoff anywhere around here. You make a mistake, you go off, you're going for a ride through the safari. You're going on a tour of the Georgia forest. slide through the grass or get stuck in the sand. Either way, you're going to lose time if you go off here. Which is in stark contrast to our most recent enduros at Silverstone and Le Mans, where you go off and plenty of runoff. Probably not going to be too bad. Here, as we've already seen, it can be disastrous. And that's what makes this race usually such a spectacle, both in real life and in virtual, as we've seen so far. So that is Vulcan going through on... never mind, that was a Proto passing Vulcan. How's Vulcan doing? I'm bouncing in between streams. Vulcan is doing amazingly right now, Bowtie. 32.4 second gap over the field, and that is pit cycled out. He has had a fantastic stint. I am genuinely impressed. IP Man is a really good film right now. Don't think I've heard of that one. Our best lap right now is OTR Bilboquet with, imagine this, a 2.5 mile lap. Very, very closely followed by by Quick Maths with a 2.5 mile lap. Also followed by Distinct with a 2.5 mile lap. Wow, feels so close. And he's doing Stint too, so it should be interesting to see how he does. He's done fantastically so far. Started further back on the grid, fought his way all the way through the field, stayed out of all the incidents. That's the big thing. Well, I stand corrected. That's... Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, I feel so bad. Commentator's curse strikes again. Oh, that's terrible, dude. That's terrible, but it just goes to show what I was just talking about before. One little slip up, and you're gonna pay for it around here. That is... Oh, that's such a long way back to the pits with full engine damage. Well, even with a 33-second gap, it's not gonna save you from this. My heart really goes out to Vulcan there. Having one of the best stints I've seen in a long time. As there goes Jansen. Oh, I'm trying to think where he'll come out, but maybe third? Maybe third? Gonna happen to the others. Most likely there's still a chance. It has happened to the others. Everybody has had a really rough stint. I don't know if there's a single car out here that's had that hasn't had an incident. What happened? Final corner, clipped the inside curb, got a little bit of a wiggle, straight into the tire wall, full damage. I think maybe he can come out fourth, maybe fifth. So there's third on the straight right now. There's fourth, there's fifth, sixth. Oh, Jesus. I know he's gonna drop right down the order. Here comes Sunshine up in third. Make it up next stint. Yeah. That's all we can hope for right now. Making it to the pit lane. Third is coming through. Looks like it might be fourth. We only have 3 minutes left to run. Right at the final few minutes of the stint, too. You absolutely hate to see that. And it's even harder when it's one of your team cars. Oh, that's another car stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on here? That's just a car in the middle of the road. That's only if you haven't made your required stops. Pits are open. Pits are open during the last 10 minutes of running, but you have to have made all 3 of your default stops. And that looks like some more terrible luck at the final moments for Torrens and Distinct. Torrens spinning. Distinct having full engine damage. That's into the tire wall. He taps it. He manages to keep it out of the wall, but then collects Striker. Nishira drifting in. Oh my god, this is absolute chaos. Cars in the middle of the road. You see, I wish Forza had the ability to pull safety cars, because that's definitely a situation where you need one. Or local yellows or something, not just caution. But wow, what an actual crazy stint this has been. Oh, that's a DC for someone. That's distinct. Just, I assume, just quitting it there. Which, not all that wise of a move. He was still gonna hold third if he could just eke out the final little bit of this stint. We only have 2 minutes left. I think that was a little bit premature. I'll be honest. So, with 2 minutes left to run, I wouldn't say that any single position is guaranteed right now, as we see Stryker about to be passed by Nishira. Stryker must have damage from being collected there. Vulcan's back down to 15th. Vulcan's running second to last from that, but he has the ability to get past these two cars right here in the final moments. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's off. Manages to hold it. Oh, very, very nervous moment there. Looks like Stryker's going to be his next victim. Stryker has damage. Stryker holding him up as best he can. This race is crazy. This has absolutely been a crazy stint. This has definitely been the most action-packed, incident-filled first stint I've ever seen. Vulcan recovers another spot. Where is everybody in GT right now? Because okay, so Jans is running first, Valatek in second, Sunshine third, B-Shadow fourth. Amazing recovery from B-Shadow to end up fourth after all the incidents we've seen him have. CJ Dimes in fifth, another crazy recovery. That's another prototype stopped on the side of the road. Who was that? That is Dirt Police stopped on the side of the road with 50 seconds left to go. He's going to lose out to Torrens, I think. Actually, no, Torrens is way back there. But, okay, well, 40 seconds about to be the end. I don't think that Vulcan's going to have enough time to catch Nishira unless he ran out of gas. Has he? Did he gamble and go long? We did see him pit early. You are correct, Ben. Dirt Police running out of fuel. He is going to be passed, I think, by Torrens. Torrens somehow, despite having like 5 stops for damage, might just be able to scrape out a podium position out of this. What is this race, dude? This has been absolute chaos so far. An absolute thriller to watch. Yep, there goes Torrens right there. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, well, 1 second. That should be time on the stint. Should be time. Yep, that is time in the stint. Oh my god, I wish we had replay. Somebody's still moving on track. That's Busey still moving on track. That's not sure what that's about. That was a solid few seconds after time had been called. Might need some investigation at some point. But well, I'm pretty sure that the only car that didn't run into any issue whatsoever is our overall stint leader and Stint 1 winner, OTR Bilboquet. Great drive for him, but really he just kind of stayed out of trouble. But he pulls the stint win somehow. Quick maths, after having been caught up in that craziness early on, pulls second. ETR Torrens, I have no idea how in the world fate allowed him to end up in third, but that's how it is. A lap down on the leaders in Proto. I think only one car finished on the lead lap. Or no, I guess Quick Mass was on the lead lap. But still, only 2 cars on the lead lap in Prototype. Everybody else just full of incidents. Torrens somehow, after us seeing him take damage so many times throughout the stint, ends up in third. Dirt Police, I guess he tried to gamble and go really long, didn't make it, runs out of fuel on the final lap of the stint, ends up in fourth. Busey in fifth, somehow, I mean, mainly due to disconnects. We've seen him have a torrid stint. Jansen wins GT, which another thing we didn't see coming. He was in all of that carnage. He was in that 6-car craziness at the beginning of the stint. He takes first. I can't believe it. OTR Balatic, another pretty clean race, I think. kept his nose out of most trouble. Maybe doesn't have the ultimate pace, but ends up second. Sunshine in third. Didn't really foresee that coming. But hey, B-Shadow in fourth. Another stunning recovery. We saw him having so many issues. How he came back in fourth is a hell of a drive. Definitely kept his head high throughout the entire Torrid race. CJ Dimes, another car full of incidents, ending up in fifth. Greg was in sixth. Decent stint for him. I think he had quite a few incidents as well. I think everybody had incidents. Nashira in sixth. Vulcan, after dominating the field, wreck in the final few moments, ends up back in seventh. That's pretty heartbreaking. We had like 4 or 5 DCs, starting with Darkser early on. We had Striker come home just behind Vulcan, and Ewok rounding out the finishers in GT. Our disconnects were Darkser, Turismo, Distinct, 1 or 2 others, I believe. I think we had 4 or 5 disconnects on track. Wow, what a stint. What a stint. Looks like we lost Mead at some point as well, I think. I guess that is true. I didn't see him for a while. I think we lost Mead at some point. But, well, I don't really know what to say. That was, this has been, one crazy stint. How do stints work? Okay, so, Maxi, there are effectively 5 different Forza races being run today. Each one 2 hours long. The drivers race for 1 hour and 40 minutes. My timer, once it says stint over, they all stop on track. Everybody records how much distance they covered during that stint. And then at the end, you total up all the distances for all 5 stints, and whoever goes furthest wins. And then second furthest second, and so on and so forth. So basically, it is a true endurance race. It's who goes furthest over the 10 hours. And we just total that up at the end, and yeah, the car that goes furthest wins. So you have to do well in every stint. You have to make the most and get the most mileage out of every stint to really have the best shot of winning. Usually, that's not really how a real endurance race works, but with the way that Forza is and what we're given, that's the best we can do. We can't do in-person driver transfers, or in-game driver transfers. We can't do really very good timed races. Nice commentary, by the way. Thank you for that, quickly. And yes, what a stint. What a stint. I really don't have anything else to say, but what a stint. Buck is live at Atlanta. Yeah, for real. Look, that's the race right behind me. I'm really there. It's really real. Don't worry about the green of the green screen because it's too bright outside for my lighting to actually work. But yeah, it's real. I'm really there. For the real Road Atlanta 10 hours. For the real Forza. For the real commentator. Alright guys. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to end this stream really quickly to make sure that this stint is done and dusted. I'm going to change a few things and then the stream will go down. But then it will come right back up online in about 2-3 minutes or so. So once it goes down, y'all don't go anywhere. I will be right back. We've still got 4 more stints, and if they're anything close to as exciting as what we just saw was, we're in for 10 hours of absolute excitement and chaos. So don't y'all go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.